Hey guys, just showing off my DVD and Blu-ray collection. This is a series of videos, and in this video we'll be looking at movies that start with the letter H. And we're starting with the DVD movies, and the first one I have here is Half Nelson with Ryan Gosling. A good movie where he plays a teacher with a heroin addiction. Then a Clint Eastwood Western, Hang 'Em High. Good solid Western. Clint Eastwood, usually good for those. Hannah and Her Sisters, Woody Allen film. I'm not the biggest Woody Allen fan, but he does have some movies I like, and so throughout these videos you'll see a few Woody Allen films peppered throughout. Hanoi Hilton, John McCain. Senator John McCain was a prisoner at what they called the Hanoi Hilton. So I look forward to revisiting that. Next film, Hard Candy, a good indie film. A good Paul Newman movie called Harper. Lauren Bacall, Julie Harris, a bunch of people in this. Robert Wagner, Shelley Winters. I believe William Goldman did the script for this, I believe. He did. And I remember enjoying it quite a bit. Paul Newman's a detective in L.A. Jimmy Stewart's Harvey. It's a classic. Now this is just an oddball kind of film. It's a world in which robots, it's the future where robots are used as like butlers and things like that. And Andy Kaufman and Bernadette Peters play robots who fall in love. It's not the greatest movie, but it is interesting. Just an oddball kind of movie, interesting kind of makeup effects and things like that they use on the characters. Stan Winston worked on that, the great effects guy, Stan Winston. So, thought it was interesting. Then there's Heathers, the 80s film with Winona Ryder, Christian Slater. Heckler. This is a pretty good documentary that Jamie Kennedy did about hecklers, people who heckle at comedy shows, but it also gets into the idea of what is considered valid criticism, things like that. It's pretty interesting. The weak part of it really is the Jamie Kennedy part. He tries to do some kind of wraparound idea of putting himself in the documentary that to me doesn't work as well as just the straight up interviews and discussions of what it means to review versus heckling. Hellcats in the Navy, a Ronald Reagan movie with his future wife there, Nancy Davis at the time. Interesting war flick. Not the best war flick, but it's not bad. This is just an odd little box set that I picked up a while back. Henry V, Kenneth Branagh's breakthrough movie. But it's a Cliff Notes version. Comes with a little Cliff Notes book. And the DVD. I thought it was just kind of interesting. I picked it up, I think, at a pawn shop or something. And I like this DVD box set for the original Hellboy, the director's cut. It's just a really slick box set I like quite a bit. Got the different discs. And this is a little booklet that comes with it. High Fidelity, great John Cusack movie. High Tension, His Kind of Woman. This is a great film noir. It looks like some dopey love film from this cover, and the title is not good. But His Kind of Woman is a really good film noir. It's Robert Mitchum. Vincent Price has a funny role in this as a kind of full of himself actor. It's just really good. It's one of my favorites. The Original Hitcher. Now, I'm a child of the 80s, but I missed this movie somehow growing up, so I only saw it really maybe a couple years ago, and I was really impressed with it. I think it really holds up. Rutger Hauer's fantastic in it, C. Thomas Howell, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Just a really good, creepy thriller. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I know some people weren't that impressed with it, but I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it quite a bit. Hollow Man. Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue, Paul Verhoeven directed. Hondo. This is a good Western with John Wayne. I know a Blu-ray of this came out recently, and this was actually shot for full screen. It was not shot to be a widescreen film, and for whatever reason, the Blu-ray, as I understand it, they cropped it and changed it to make it widescreen, which is changing the filmmaker's original intention, which I do not plan to own the Blu-ray. That just bugs the crap out of me. And what I don't understand is, if they were going to do that, why they didn't provide in the Blu-ray the full screen version and their chopped up widescreen version. That's beyond me, but for now I'll just hold on to this DVD with the correct aspect ratio. One of my favorite documentaries of all time. This is the Criterion Collection of Hoop Dreams. Great documentary about some high school kids' dreams of being basketball players, and follows them through their championship games and things like that. Just a really good documentary. House of the Dead. This is the Ty West horror movie. It's a slow burn horror movie, and that bugs some people. In other words, it's not crazy stuff happening throughout the whole film. It's just slowly building and building until things really start going crazy there at the end. But I liked it quite a bit. I liked that whole 80s vibe. It's set in the 80s, and just everything about it had a real 80s vibe to it. Very underrated movie, in my opinion. House Sitter. It looks like it could be a dumb romantic comedy, and I don't know, some people may consider it that, but I think it's hilarious. Steve Martin, very funny in this. It's pretty funny. It's directed by Frank Oz, who's, to me, a very underrated director. He's very much, because of movies like this and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, I think of him as a modern screwball comedy director. Then we have The Howling. Great werewolf movie by Joe Dante. Came out around the same time as American Werewolf in London, and it, I think for a long time was kind of in the shadow of that film, but it wasn't made on the heels of it. They were made at the same time. It's a really good movie, in my opinion. And I will say, I'm one of those people that I actually prefer The Howling to American Werewolf in London. So I know it's sacrilege for some, but it's the way it is. Then I'm a huge Coen Brothers fan, so I do own The Hudsucker Proxy, which is a fun movie. Is visually fantastic. Needs to come out on Blu-ray, in my opinion. And shot where I live, which is, fun fact that the Coen Brothers were around here. I wasn't living here at the time, but the Ang Lee Hulk, I did not dislike it as much as other people. I do recognize it's not the best movie it could be. It's got some problems for sure. but there was a lot that I enjoyed. So yeah, so I didn't necessarily hate it. The only TV show I have on DVD that starts with the letter H is the first season of Hung, which I picked up at a Blockbuster going out of business sale. It's a good show. I wouldn't say it's the best show out there by any means, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. I've only seen the first season, though. I haven't seen the second season or third season. So here we have the Blu-rays that start with the letter H, starting with Halloween, classic John Carpenter film. This was one of the first Blu-rays I got, which is Hancock, reviled by many people. I did not mind it, and the price was right. So we have the Hangover. I haven't seen the second one. This is an underrated film, Hannah. This is the Blu-ray with the digital copy, and it's the Best Buy exclusive, whatever that is. I haven't watched this copy yet. Another underrated film in my opinion, Michael Caine in Harry Brown. Cool movie. We have the Harry Potter movies, Sorcerer's Stone. God damn it. The Harry Potter movies, Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm missing Goblet of Fire. I forget where it comes in here. Order of the Phoenix. Half-Blood Prince. And then Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. Again, just missing Goblet of Fire. Still haven't picked that up yet. We have Highlander. History of Violence, which I featured recently in a Film Noir Friday video. Steven Spielberg's Hook. Not a perfect film, but there are a few things in there I like. Mainly Dustin Hoffman as Hook. Hoosiers. Hot Rod. Very funny movie. House of Flying Daggers, which I actually prefer to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon. Technically this should be under I, but I've got it under Hulk. It's the Incredible Hulk, the Ed Norton one. This is the edition with the slipcover. Lenticular slipcover. See if we can. It's just got a kind of a 3D look to it. Hunt for Red October. The Hurt Locker. Then the only digibook I own, starting with the letter H, is The Hustler with Paul Newman. It's got a nice book in here with some nice black and white photography. And the disc in the back. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of those titles that start with the letter H. Any suggestions of movies you think I should own, or let me know what you think of the movies I highlighted in this video. And if you want to see some of the other movies in my collection, I'll put links down below for the ones that I've made so far. Thanks for watching.